Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10 Modded Minecraft. I hope you don't mind me starting off today's episode with a little bit of a time lapse, but there were just so many bees that I wanted to get before I got into the actual episode, and I know I've been going kind of ham on time lapses, with Lunar Bay over there. But these are all the nests that I have used, and these are all the bees I have gotten. Now, there's quite a few duplicates, but I think I've gotten at least all the base bees as well as a few other bees. Now, we do still have all of these guys going. Oh, not this one. Diamond bees still aren't in, but gold bees are in, the copper bees are in, the iron bees are in, and the lava bees are... Oh, they're not in. They're not in? Are they... I think I moved them. I think I moved them to test them and I didn't move them back. Oops. But yeah, no, the lava bees... Shut up, phone? Yeah, the lava bees need an actual, like, source block of lava and, wood. Wood. Yeah, not conducive to a barn. So, they're just off on their own somewhere else. I probably will recycle this for something else, but we now kind of want to get into the diamond bee. Now, the diamond bee, where are you? Diamond bee requires an ender bee and a lapis bee. But if I'm not mistaken, the lapis bee is the product of another two types of bees, and the redstone bee is apparently an escape artist, but is a glowing bee and a chocolate mining bee. Well, how do I get a glowing bee? Well, that guy comes from the glowstone nest. So yeah, now we just gotta grab him out of there along with chocolate mining bee. So with our glowing bee and our chocolate bee, we do indeed get the redstone bee. Now, I think these guys... Okay, it's any flower at all. So, poppies. Some of them require specific flowers to breed. We're going to want at least two of these guys. Put these cages in here. And yeah, it's going. It's slow, but time wand. Redstone bee, redstone bee. So we want at least two of these guys so we can make more in the future. And then we want the redstone bee and an ender bee. Nope, nests. Ender bees, where are you? There you are, ender bee. So end bees, productivity medium, redstone bee. Okay, so we take redstone, we take ender bee. Does it have to be the other way around? Ender bee, redstone bee. Oh no, lapis bee. I forgot a step. We need the blue banded bee. Do I have a better blue banded? Blue, Eshy, blue, Bumble. I guess we only have mediums. We want high productivity ones, but it's fine. It's fine. We can get that later. There we go. Lapis bees. Excuse you? Who are you? FBI? Okay. Weird, but okay. Alright, we want to make two of these guys. And apparently, these guys need, I guess, roses, not poppies. Good thing we have a few of those. Still no? One momento. I'm dumb, and I now understand why I kept getting so many FBI bees. This redstone bee still a child. Oops. 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 So, yeah, I gotta grow this little bee up before you can actually, do anything with it. So, yeah, that was just my mistake. I'd forgotten about that part. Should probably also check to make sure any of my other bees are adults right now. And okay, they're all adults. Okay, now we can actually yeah, get our lapis bee. Yeah. 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 Okay, after that little debacle, we can now take a lapis bee and our ender bee, lapis bee, adult, and ender bee, adult. Give them 2 flowers each, and we get our diamond bee. Looks like our time expired. Just increase that a little bit. Let's just, yeah, all the way. And there we go. We got 2 child diamond bees. And, it's too slow. 2 adult diamond bees. But we are going to want to keep upgrading these guys until we actually get 5 of the diurnal high productivities. So yeah, I'm gonna be sitting here for a minute, guys. And 5 high productivity diurnal bees acquired. Now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to need a diamond, just like a regular diamond. I think they need a diamond block, just like the other guys. So we just take this, swap it out, and we should see these guys actually start working. And there we go. We got some diamond combs. They shot out of there way too quickly for me to actually be able to grab them. But that should tick off the diamond one in here, wherever it is. Oh, it's locked. It's locked behind the lapis and the redstone and the... Okay. Okay, guys. Rude. Looks like I gotta get the other guys running first to get that unlocked. But... yeah, let me set up more hives. Let me set up more things, and I'll be right back. Okay, after a little bit of work, and by little I mean a lot, I've got the redstone bee and the lapis bee, the glowstone, the ender bee, and the draconic bee all set up because I had to have them set up to even finish up these kind of things. I didn't set up the slimy bee, but I probably should. But now I want to work on the ancient bee. Now, this is a special bee in the fact that... What are you doing? To get the ancient bees, you don't actually breed it. You give a diamond bee a block of netherite. So I've got 5 high productivity bees and high productivity diamond bees and 5 blocks of netherite. So we just release one, give it a netherite block, and it transfers over. So literally just sit here and do this. I do gotta get that back though. But yeah, it's as simple as just feeding them the new item. It's a pretty cool mechanic if I'm being honest. Boop. And that's all 5. Although it looks... I don't know why they're not stacking. They're all the same. Like high, none, diurnal, medium, passive. Weird. Either way, they're just gonna go straight into their cage. We're gonna take that out, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they use the block of netherite. So we just take this, put it in here, and it should soon... Actually, I can speed it up. It should... Yep, there we go. Ancient combs. That should have... Yep, unlocked. Yep. And now we can actually move on to aluminium. But if I'm not mistaken, this just becomes scrap. So, I'm sure it's already clogged up our system. Yep, there it is. I don't think we have a slot for this over in the warehouse, so I'm gonna have to make one. I had to do the same for these three guys. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, that was pretty easy. Now we can actually move on to the Aldermodium, which is gonna be a process in of itself. And by interesting, I don't actually mean this process, because this is a process we could do, but only once we had the Aldermodium bees. No, to actually start the Aldermodium bees, we need to pour molten Aldermodium onto an ancient bee spawn egg. And this we can actually get through that meme I was just talking about just a minute ago. But we also have to get into this mod, Productive Metalworks. Now, this is going to be kind of interesting because I've never played with it, but apparently it's just like Tinker's Construct for the most part. So we have to start off by making fire bricks. Now they come in black. Fire clay is just, okay, that's easy enough. Make a few of these. Run over to our smelter. Or, well, furnace, technically, but in semantics. All done. Fire bricks. If I can spell. But now we can make things like the controller, liquid heating coil. I think we're gonna need 9 of these if we want to do like a full like 3x3. That's if we do electricity, but I don't think we need. We do need a drain. We tank. And then just a whole bunch of these guys. So make like 2 stacks real quick. And this should be how we actually make one of the foundries. I'm hoping this has a ponder, so if we press W, maximum size for a foundry is 3x3x2. Okay, so those have to be encased. Then that, and a drain. Okay. So we want to do this. This is the part that actually is a little different from Tinker's Construct. Before, you just needed the bricks. This actually needs whatever this is, heating coils. Just go around it. And go around it one more time. Actually, do I have my construction stick on me? Does this work? This has not been working for a lot of mods recently. Hey, it works. Cool. And then break that off real quick. Get these guys put in. A drain, controller, and a tank. And that should, missing structure block at 1850, 99, 123. Oh. How? There. Yes? Yes. Okay. This works. Ish. I think technically I need to still add in the fuel source. So let's do this. So for fuel, we're actually going to want soul lava, because that's the only thing that can actually melt all the modium. If we go through here and look, it doesn't cycle through anything, so we need the soul lava. And I believe our soul lava tank is still sitting down here in the energy area. Should be back here. Yep. Yoink. Said yoink. There it goes. Little bit of lag. But now we plop that boy down, get a bucket. And just 1, 2, 3, 4. This takes 4, right? Yep. 2, 3, 4. All right, now we should be able to melt down all the modium. Oops, I almost forgot. We need a casting table. Casting table. There we go. And then do we actually need... Ah, we do need a tap. A foundry. Foundry tap. Yup. Just like Tinker's Construct. Boop. And then we should be able to right click that and it'll actually like pour out whatever is molten down inside. But now that we have this, now that we have the actual capability, let's go ahead and melt down some of this. It requires 4 ingots for 1. And these are all based off from previous tiers. So we need 5 of these, 5 for the next tier, 5 for the final tier. So we need total of 15. 15 times 4 is 60. So actually you need almost a full stack. And it almost couldn't, it could almost do it. Sad. But it looks like these aren't the ingots. Oh, hey, there it goes. We got molten all the modium. Now it looks like it is just like Tinker's Construct, where it only uses the lava when it actually melts it, not to keep it molten. There are some mods out there that I've played in the past that I have actually used the lava to keep it molten. But now we get to do the interesting part with the genes. Alrighty, I had to go through and make a few more ancient bees just in case, because I didn't know how much I was actually going to need for making these actual like spawn eggs for them. So we need the ancient bee spawn egg, which comes from using an egg in an incubator with a honey treat that has the type netherite. Now to get that gene, we actually need to squish actual ancient bees until we get that gene, and then we can mix it. Hence why I need all these guys. And hence why I need these guys. So, that was, stop that, I hate it. This is a gene indexer, which is going to hold all the different genes that we're going to get from squishing bees. And then this is simply just a piston and a bottler. When we squish the bees on top of a bottler, it will actually give us the little gene samples, which we can then throw into here. Or if we're lucky enough, it'll just, pop out and be picked up by this. So this is a trap door, so I can just click one in, close it up, and then do that. It seems I picked it up and I didn't want to pick it up, but squash bee material. Okay. Is there a centrifuge? Do I need a powered centrifuge with this? Hang on. Ah, yes, centrifuge. So actually, where'd you go? There you are. Need to go here. Oh, I can't put it there because that glass is in the way. So that should do. Okay, yeah, that needs to be brought down. Okay, so yeah, it should just do this little area now. And now we need to actually power this guy. Do I have? I do not. But I do have one in here. And again, I can't do that because you're in the way. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. We now have a powered centrifuge, and I actually want to transfer items. So item. Let's just do this guy because it does a good amount just from base. Always active. Okay. Now, if we throw that in there, we should get... Oh, I need the upgrades. But this should give us the bee genes. It does. So it gives us passive, medium, high for productivity, diurnal behavior, weather tolerance, none. That's the gene. Gene sample, productive bees, netherite. And it's 32%. Although, why aren't you... Oh, because you're extract. I need you insert. There we go. There we go. They all go in here and they get stored right up here. And now, if we get any more of these genes, it should just start filling up that percentage until it gets to 100. So, like, these all have different percentages. So now we just take a bee, close the door, squish a bee. And should automatically... Oh, the bee stinger. That's... blacklist the bee stingers. Those we do not need, but then now the genes. Look, 51%. This one, I don't know why it says 2 and 36%, but 51%. That's what we want to see. So now I just get to sit here and keep squishing bees until this is at 100. And after a little bit of time, we got 3 successful gene samples of netherite bees from 15. There is still... No, that's a centrifuge. There is still one in here at 47, so we could technically try it and get a 47% chance of getting a netherite spawn egg. But now we take these, and 1, 2, 3. We want to mix these two, the high gene sample and the productive bee gene sample. So these will 100% turn that spawn egg into a netherite bee. And then this, this will also give them a 100% productivity rate, high productivity rate. Do we have passive we do have diurnals, so we do want to put one of those back, and then passive, medium, endurance, we don't have to really worry about too much because they're going to be in their thing. And I guess same for passive. I guess the diurnal is the one that we do want to make sure it has, so that it works during the day, other way around. There we go. Now it will 100% be a netherite spawn egg, netherite bee spawn egg, with high productivity and diurnal. So we get eggs, thankfully. We have chickens who have been producing eggs for a very, very long time, and they're stored just like right over there somewhere. Right? Yep, there they are. But then we take these in here, and then these in here, and we should, yep. Oh, and it did indeed consume them completely. I was a little afraid of that. Just means I gotta make more. Actually, can these? I didn't check if these guys can breed amongst themselves. It says breeding any flowers, so I might actually be able to speed that up. But before any of that, we actually want to come all the way over here. Take these 3 guys. Still got it? Yep, still got it. Slap one in there and turn it on. Now this should turn into an all-the-modium spawn egg. It's changing. We now have an all-the-modium bee. Yes. And we can just click it right there. And he out. Now he did not retain... Okay, he did not retain his different... Well, poo. He did not retain the high productivity. He does have diurnal. I kind of want to click this just to see, but I also don't want to waste the resources and time. So I'm just going to turn these guys in and then do some more testing and get more of these guys. And then I guess repeat the process for the vibranium. And the vibranium is just, yeah, this onto this. And then unobtainium is just, yeah, this onto this. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. And there we have it. We have all the Modium bees, Vibranium bees, and Unobtainium bees. Yeah, we got them running. They're working just fine. And speaking of working, I got a couple other things working in between clips. I got this crafter making honey bottles into honey because doing it through the modular routers was just kind of like it was using way too many bottles. Like I have how many honey bottles? I have over 4,000 honey bottles. And it was just continuously making bottles, and I didn't want to keep doing that. So what I did instead was if I get out an Ender IO conduit, let's I guess just grab this. I put in some of the item conduits back here, and what I have now is empty bottles go into all of these canvases, beehives. They're canvas beehives. They go into all the beehives, and then anytime it becomes a honey bottle, it goes up into here, which then pushes it up into this crafter. This crafter then makes it into honey blocks, which then this guy then shut up, phone. This guy pulls from here. He pulls out the empty bottles and the honey blocks, throws the honey blocks up in there, and then throws the honey bottles back into there. So we're just cycling the same bottles over and over again. And that's not the only thing I've got going now. I've also got these two new drawers over here. I've got one for honey and one for liquid chorus. Now the liquid chorus I didn't want originally, but I kind of had to have it because if we look, if you see at the top where it says liquid chorus, yeah, anytime that beehive produces honeycombs, the honeycombs actually turn to liquid chorus. So I need a way of pulling that out and storing it or destroying it. Right now, I'm just storing it. I'll probably put a void filter on there, but it's also stored up in, oh, nope, it's already, oh, there it is. You can see these centrifuges actually consolidate the honey between themselves. So like if this one has some and this one has some and this one has some, then it'll just flow in between them until it like evens out. And it's the same down here, but seeing as the liquid chorus needs to be a full bucket, it kind of gets stuck in here until it makes it all the way up to a bucket, and then it makes it over there. But yeah, that's all taken care of now. So we have honey in liquid form, we have honey in honeycomb form, block form, and a few bottles. And we can make bottles whenever we need to using the blocks, using combs, or the liquid. So we're all good on that front. Now, it's just time to move on to the soul lava bee. And I guess the withered honeycomb. We also got to make that too. But that's gonna have to wait until next time because we're all out of time now. And it'll be pretty easy. But you know what? I still think we should go over it dedicated. That way we're not, trying to force it in here at the last minute. But thank you all for watching. I've been Dorkman191, and this has been All the Mods 10, Modded Minecraft. Bye, y'all.